Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel, the Glammed Rebel. I hope everyone's having a good day. Liam and Hope break the news. Lee and Sheila form an alliance, while Will and Electra fall in love. The week of August 13th, 2025 on The Bold and the Beautiful delivered everything soap fans crave. Shocking revelations, shifting alliances, heartfelt confessions, and new romances tinged with uncertainty. From the explosive fallout of Grace Buckingham's deception to the simmering tension between Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor, and from Sheila's quietly dangerous maneuvering to Will and Electra's deepening relationship, the canvas of Los Angeles was adorned with high emotion and subtle power plays. The result was not a week where events simply happened. Each day's drama rippled into the next, altering relationships and setting up consequences that could reverberate for months to come. Examine how the revelation of Grace's deception immediately affects Ridge and Brooke's relationship. Spencer and Hope Logan were still reeling from the shocking confession that had detonated their sense of security. Grace Buckingham's admission that she had manipulated Liam's medical records and administered medication to mimic the symptoms of a life-threatening illness was more than just a revelation. It was an emotional earthquake. For weeks, Liam had believed his life was slipping away. Hope had prepared herself to lose her husband, and the Spencer family had rallied in a haze of grief and determination. To discover it was all a lie was both a relief and a violation. Relief because Liam was healthy, violation because their emotions had been played like pieces on a chessboard. Into this tense atmosphere walked Bill Spencer, unaware that the day's events were about to reignite the part of him that thrives on vengeance. When Liam told him what Grace had done, Bill's fury was immediate and palpable. His outrage was not the blustering anger of a man quick to temper. It was cold, calculated, and deeply personal. Bill has never tolerated threats to his family, and the incident was an assault on both his son's life and the emotional well-being of everyone involved. However, a rare, heartfelt exchange between father and son tempered the fury for a moment. Genuine vulnerability merged with Bill's protective instincts, and the two men found common ground in their relief that Liam was safe. It was a bonding moment forged in the crucible of crisis, but it also marked the beginning of Bill's next campaign. Grace Buckingham was about to experience the wrath of Bill Spencer. Viewers were reminded by Monday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful of the delicate balance between explosive plot twists and the intimate emotional beats that make those twists meaningful. The Grace storyline wasn't just about exposing a con. It was about watching characters navigate the whiplash between fear and relief, love and betrayal. Tuesday, the birth of a dangerous alliance. While the Spencers were dealing with the fallout from Grace's deception, another storyline quietly gathered momentum in the back corridors of Il Giardino. Lee Finnegan and Sheila Carter found themselves at a crossroads that neither could have predicted, forming an alliance. The two women share a complicated history, rooted in mistrust and outright hostility. Yet here they were, bound together by a secret with the potential to upend multiple lives. The truth that Luna was alive and recovering, a fact known only to them. It was a fragile arrangement born of necessity, not affection. Lee's priority was keeping control over the situation and protecting Luna from potential fallout. Sheila's interest was more self-serving. For her, knowledge is currency, and the Luna secret was pure gold. Sheila's history of manipulation makes any alliance with her inherently dangerous. Lee might believe she can manage the terms of their arrangement, but Sheila's ability to exploit situations is unmatched. As the two women agreed to maintain their silence, the subtext was clear. The relationship was less a partnership and more a temporary ceasefire in a war that neither had forgotten. In terms of narrative tension, Tuesday's development was a perfect example of B&B's ability to weave parallel storylines that echo each other thematically. Just as the Spencers were grappling with the damage done by Grace's deception, Lee was willfully entering a dangerous game of secrets and leverage, one that could end in betrayal just as surely. Wednesday, the triangle rekindled. Midweek brought a shift in tone as the focus moved to the Forrester family and their return from Naples. Ridge Forrester, Brooke Logan, and Eric Forrester stepped back into the familiar world of Forrester creations. But the warmth of the homecoming was undercut by unresolved emotions. Ridge could not ignore the glow Brooke brought back from Italy. Their time in Naples had been professionally successful, but also personally significant, with moments of shared intimacy that reignited the embers of their long, complicated history. Taylor Hayes, however, was far from oblivious. Watching Ridge watch Brooke was like déjà vu, a reminder of every time she had been sidelined in favor of his destiny with Brooke. Ridge's inability to hide his conflicted feelings was a problem. Taylor's patience has worn thin over the years, and while she entered their engagement with optimism, she has seen enough to know when the tide is turning. She posed pointed questions to Ridge, and his evasive responses conveyed significant information. The Forrester patriarch, Eric, attempted to steer the conversation toward business, but the undercurrents between Ridge and the two women in his life were impossible to ignore. The Italy trip had clearly changed something. Whether it was a subtle shift in Ridge's priorities or the reawakening of feelings he thought were under control, the dynamic between these three is poised for another upheaval. For fans, the scene was classic B&B, a love triangle that refuses to settle, where emotional loyalty is as fluid as the fashion designs on the runway. Thursday, love moves forward and doubts linger. While Ridge and Taylor's relationship wavered, another couple was taking steps forward. Will Spencer and Electra were in the midst of their own romantic chapter, one that had been quietly developing away from the chaos of the more seasoned couples. This week, Electra made a bold declaration. She was ready to take the next step. The exact meaning of that step was left open to interpretation, but the sentiment was clear. She wanted to solidify their bond before external forces could threaten it. Will's reaction was warm but tinged with hesitation, a subtle but telling sign that he might not be ready to match her pace. Electra's intentions are open to debate. On the surface, her push for commitment could be read as a natural progression of their relationship. However, B&B rarely presents romance without a hint of strategy. Whether consciously or not, Electra's timing could be about securing her place in Will's life before other options, or old flames, come into play. On the Forrester front, Taylor was quietly contemplating her future. Alone with her thoughts, she weighed the cost of staying in a relationship where she might always be the second choice. The possibility of ending her engagement was no longer unthinkable. Friday, secrets in the shadows. The week concluded with a scene that perfectly encapsulated Sheila Carter's enduring presence in the B&B landscape. Lurking in the background, gathering information and plotting her next move. At Il Giardino, Katie Logan met with Deacon Sharp to discuss hosting a small celebration for Will at the restaurant. Their conversation was light-hearted and affectionate, filled with nostalgia. But Sheila was there too, hidden just out of sight, listening intently. For Sheila, information is never idle. Every overheard word has the potential to become leverage, and the present event was no exception. With her alliance with Lee already giving her a major secret to hold over someone, the knowledge of Will's celebration could provide another opportunity to insert herself into the lives of the Spencers, whether they wanted her there or not. Viewers left the week with the image of Sheila smiling to herself, a mix of satisfaction and calculation. It was a reminder that in Los Angeles, nothing stays private for long, and Sheila rarely lets an opportunity pass without using it to her advantage. Thematic threads and what's next. Several key themes ran through the week's storylines. Truth as a double-edged sword. The revelation of Grace's deception freed Liam from a false fate, but also unleashed Bill's wrath, setting up a potentially destructive quest for justice. Alliances of convenience. Lee's uneasy partnership with Sheila mirrors many past B&B pairings where necessity trumps trust, often with disastrous results. Romantic uncertainty. From Ridge's divided loyalties to Electra's push for deeper commitment, the week showcased love as both a source of comfort and a battlefield. Secrets as currency. Sheila's eavesdropping and control over the Luna's secret position her as one of the most dangerous players in the game right now. Several explosive developments are on the verge of unfolding that Bill's campaign against Grace could have legal, professional, and personal repercussions. The worst possible moment could expose Lee's secret. Ridge's indecision could push Taylor to a breaking point, and Electra's motivations in her relationship with what could either solidify their bond or shatter. You are welcome to share any video requests in the comments section. Ments, I will make a video about it. Stay connected with the Glammed Rebel for all the latest updates, spoilers, and deep dive recaps. See you in the next video. Please stay safe and healthy. I hope God keeps you safe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell button for daily updates.